Let's talk more fight!
Troll claw moves. Takes a couple of days to get there.
With the coastway crossing destroyed, the only safe route across the winding water is Boareskyr Bridge, where your father Baal was murdered by the mad god Cyric. Each step toward the distant landmark fills you with unease. You are not alone in that. The Flaming Fists also fear what may lie ahead. If Kalar has destroyed Boareskyr Bridge, the expedition will not reach DragonSpear Castle in time to stop the crusade. The forces of Baldur's Gate and its allies will be outmatched, slaughtered. These fears grip your allies, but also drive them forward. The anxious whispers fall silent when the march is called to a halt less than a day's travel from Boareskyr. The Flaming Fist sets up camp and prepares for the next meeting with the Crusade, while you plan your next move.
I am sorry for your loss, but rest assured that your husband's sacrifice will never be forgotten. Signed, yours ever in faith, Kalar Argent.
I am sure the family will find your words most comforting, milady.
More letters of condolence, my lady? Surely there are other, more urgent matters that require your attention?
I am not of a mind to argue this again, Heffernan.
Their deaths lay heavy on us all, my lady. But they sacrificed themselves for a greater good. Letting their passing distract us would do them a disservice. Condolences can wait.
You are correct. We cannot afford distractions at this juncture. Gather the faithful. We have much to do.
Is Kalar Argent a cleric or a paladin? Third and fourth level spells as extra. An extra second level spell. We have Detect Invisibility, which is nice occasionally, or which is nice, Acid Arrow, which is nice, Mirror Image, Ray of Enfeeblement. We have all nice. I don't think we need anything on the offensive front really. So buffs, defenses, that sort of stuff. Invisibility might be nice. Or alternative source for resist fear. I think we have a cleric who can do this, but that's the only one who can. Glitter Dust would be an alternative to detect invisibility. Knock seems totally unnecessary. Maybe Vocalize. I mean, it's something you usually don't have to use, but this character is entirely worthless without the ability to cast spells, so we have good offensive spells. We have Charms, Dispel Magic, Fireballs, Haste, Slew. I think we would like anti-spell defense type of abilities. Or a single target attack spell would be another. Minute Meteors, for example. Well, Undead might not be a horrible idea, but again, I think the toughest opponents will be monstrosities, demons, high-level paladins, things like that. So while Hold Undead might be somewhat useful, I think the time where it was most useful has already sort of passed. Skull Trap would allow us to burst a lot of damage. And this guy would have the casting attempts to actually do the damage. Alternatively, we can lower spell defenses. The reason why I'm not super keen on this is that I have the Wizard Slayer. So as long as we can get a physical attack to basically go in, we can devastate them. And protection from normal missiles will not prevent my darts from reaching the target. You'd have to be a very high level cleric to have some kind of reflective ability that works on arrows. Everyone else might have immunity. High level mage might have immunity. That's it. That's pretty much the only thing they could possibly have. Go for protection from fire. It lasts a huge amount of time. This would be, again, keeping an eye out for possibly fighting against demons. Lasts a huge amount of time. We would cast it on a lot of at least frontline characters. Alternatively, Skull Trap. Skull Traps, I think it's better for us. Because how you usually play in these situations, protection from fire can be achieved throughout the field. Skull Trap is magic damage. I think practically at least. Or physical damage. Either way it'll be worthwhile. Fire probably is worthless against demon type of ones. Skull Trap will not be. Ooh, a 4th level. This probably has good spells, like really good spells. Ability to make +3 weaponry. Emotion Hopelessness. Again, I'm not sure if this type of thing works on demons in this game. We have Stone Skin. So we have the protection covered. We need something offensive or something that buffs the entire group, debuffs the entire enemy group. The secret word might be the only useful thing. It really strips down the spell defenses. The thing is, again, we're not really relying on this shit, so is it that useful? Polymorph Other. This... it would work well if we can lower their magic resistance. I'm actually thinking of maybe going with Greater Malice and lower their saving throws by 4. It won't stack, I recall that now. But -4 to saving throws is still a major minus. And it'll work against damage. If we throw status effect spells or damage spells, it'll still increase the damage or increase the chance of the status effects sticking. I'm not sure this is... I don't think this is the spell to take now. It's the spell to take maybe after you have something to throw their way first. So Emotion Hopelessness might be that. Upon a failed saving throw, the affected creature will lie down where they stand and give over all their will to a higher power. This will last for the duration of the spell, upon which they will return to normal. Secondary effects of this spell is to instill upon the caster the feeling of courage, remove any effects of panic and restore his morale, as well as prevent the above from creeping into their psyche. There is no saving throw versus this, and it will last for the duration of the spell. It will, however, be affected by magic resistance and such things. So, area of effect that for a significant duration will play certain type of creatures out of the fight. And I think it only affects enemies. Yep. So, safe to use in a group setting.
Let's talk more fight!
The word on the road is that Kalar's followers have taken Boareskyr Bridge and surrounded Bridgeport. We'll not cross the winding water until they're dealt with.
The watches have been set and scouts deployed, Corporal? The last thing we need is a band of trolls catching us unawares.
Trolls we can handle. It's the crusade that worries me. We should make contact with those in Bridgeport, if there are any left.
I'll scout to the north. Perhaps I can find a way to reach the forest defenders.
Be prudent in your ranging. One of our scouts stumbled onto a troll cave to the northwest. She barely made it back alive.
You might do well to grab some fire arrows from Belegar before you move too far from the camp.
I am Mizena, faithful of Tempus. Praise be to the Lord of Battles.
What do you want now, Benz? It's Corporal Duncan. Why aren't you doing drills with the rest of your squad? I've got better things to do. Not sure what I should say to her. Yeah, I knew you lacked the discipline to endure the life of a fist. I think that's a fair thing to say, and I don't necessarily even mean that as a negative thing. She never was the type that would be just a normal soldier. Ski, listen to me please. I know you don't like the drills, but they're important. When things get bad, the skills you could be learning now could save your life. I think I can manage with the skills I've got, you know, the skills that saved your life from an ornery boar a couple of days ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got an important nap to get back to. Yeah, that's gonna lead to trouble. Ah yes, my desiccated corpses.
Order is what matters.
Okay, you seem nervous, Lieutenant. Is everything alright? Sorry to bother you, sir. Might I have a word? What is it? Those half-orcs that showed up last night saying they wanted to bash Crusaders, the irregulars, we've been calling them. No one seemed to think their joining us was a bad idea, but I don't trust them. Why wouldn't you trust them? Well, they're half-orcs, vicious, uncivilized beasts. The real problem is we know nothing about them. They could be spies, criminals, anything. If you picked a fight with them, they'd surely be sent on their way. No one would believe they didn't start it. I feel like my options here are not good. I feel Otilda's objections are at least partly reasonable. You wouldn't accept just a random group of fighters to join your army, not easily. There would at least have to be some kind of arrangements where they couldn't threat the security of everything. So, but I'll go with the yeah, don't be a racist piece of shit option, because the other two are worse. If that's the way you see it, but it's on your head if they betray us. Yeah, why can't I just fucking deal with that? Try to learn more about them. Give that as a quest. Is that actually a quest? Yeah, it's still a quest, so I'm to pick a fight with half-orc mercenaries in the area. How about we actually learn more about them, see what they are here for, can really trust them. Why is it immediately racism? Who the hell has these? Anything new?
I have many fine wares.
What scrolls or potions? He's even selling monster summoning wands. My reputation is so low that I can't afford any of this shit. And I think our goal was to get the bag of holding. So we're looking for extra cash.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Hopefully we can get TX out of this area, considering it's the Cyric and Ball battleground.
Yes.
I can't ditch Glint, but we can consider Glint to be the party thief. The fact that he is multi-class just means he's more useful, so we can still take extra characters that would replace the cleric. Basically, we just switch Corbin out. But that leaves us with a problem that we're lacking in fighters. I think magic in general will be increasingly worthless if we go against demons. They have natural magic resistances. So while I think the mages will work fairly well now, they'll have to have a very different set of spells where they're gonna be useful later on. And don't go there. There's gonna be some kind of a horrible trap there that will just harm us. Just checking what arrows we're actually using.
Yes?
Fall! Fall! Yes?
Thy card.
Your yen? After them!
Ha! My aim is true. I'm
don't
looking
bleed
forward to
either.
this.
Bleed!
Time to end you.
And take that, vile villain!
Kill it. Link gotta level up. Thief level up. We could probably have him learn another skill. Detect illusion would be useful. Pickpocketing could be useful, but it's... I usually don't want to bother with something like that. Invisibility can cover, move silently and shadow. But Detect Illusion would basically cancel out a lot of protection spells mages use. We're also getting a huge bonus to this through the glasses we wear, so we don't have to raise it all that high. Naturally. I think, what are we getting? Like a 25 point bonus? Yeah. So it's at 50% now. I think at 100% it's basically as good as Stella can ever get.
You called?
Your orders? Yes.
With flair!
Every time there's a group of spiders, there's a trap.
With flair.
Whip trap of some sort.
Yes, sword first.
Yes, yes. Yep.
At least the game is predictable if nothing
Sword
else.
first.
It's only really a problem if you charge them. Trolls. Lots of them.
Yes.
Ha! My aim is true.
You want move? Go for the ice move. Go for the ice. Roar!
Need to be able to do something, otherwise I'm gonna take a huge amount of 8 point damage. Maybe fear. Not sure if it works against
You're
trolls.
already dead.
Yeah, I think trolls are in this game more or less, in the enhanced editions, more or less immune to that sort of stuff. Not really a fan of it, but that's how it is.
Come at me!
With caution. What?
Ow!
I understand.
No one saw that.
That stings, doesn't it, evil? Here comes 300 pounds of justice! Let's talk more fight!
Oh, I like you.
Sword first! I thank you. And Boo's giant miniature space heart is near to bursting with pride.
Troll cave should be a fairly simple task. I mean, we just completed a troll cave before we came here. I'm expecting more of the
Gather your
same.
party before venturing forth.
Giant troll is gonna be a problem.
Yes!
Right. We need to soften this group up. Don't want you to get stuck on each other again, so maybe choose our targets a little bit more carefully than usual. We are likely going to have to do something about them though.
Again?
This will not work. I might be able to suck some life out of them or things like that.
Huh? With caution.
Yes.
Shamaness. Slow them down. That will probably be as good as haste here.
What do you need?
I need you to do pretty much anything.
Time to go? Death comes for you on short legs!
Seal?
Suffer delivered. Again.
I need
You bet.
healing to fight on.
Did you do something? Anything?
Ask someone else.
There's no one else to ask. I can haste this. Oh, I can. No. I was thinking I can put a stone skin on him, but it doesn't work like that in this game.
I'll recover.
You bet.
I shall.
Okay, why isn't it dying? That one
Suffer the
then?
wrath of the arcane!
Fight or flee, either way you fall.
Suffer the wrath of the arcane!
Switch targets is already going
Tis my
down.
will!
It's just stuck in the animation, so it can't go down.
Yes.
After
Fight
them.
if you must, but you're not winning this.
Feel my
Prepare
power.
for thine end!
Okay, not bad.
Hey!
I need loot. A black opal. That is weak.
Let's talk more fight.
Well, it looks like there's something special here. This tree is sustained by a sliver of light piercing a crack in the cavern ceiling above. Even in the darkest of places, life finds a way to thrive. Shitty gems. Okay, this is... Does the map go somewhere? Something happened. There's a tinderbox here. This oval container, badly tarnished with time, is packed tightly with dry tinder. Yeah, I was wondering what's so special about this spectral troll.
Trouble? Sword first. Aye.
Feel
This isn't
my
working.
power.
We have to try something else.
We need magical weaponry if we want to farm it.
What?
Fight if you must, but you're not winning this. Ha! My aim is true!
The flub.
Sword first.
This will not work. I must try a different tech.
Sword first.
With your infravision, you spot an unlit torch in the northeast corner of this dark cavern. Was that supposed to be this? Because I certainly aren't spotting anything here now. So what was the point of this spectral troll? There seems to be can't really see any details about this
You
place.
called?
Sword first.
Like there's something here, but I'm not sure, was it opening this with, if you have the tinder box or something? So maybe? Right, certainly I can't do anything here. I'm going to have to assume that the fact that I opened this meant that I light the torch and it opened, but it didn't seem like anything of the sort happened actually there. So at the same time, I don't see anything interactable here. There, that's probably. Light from the torch reveals a half-eaten corpse and an old rusty chest nearby. Okay, that's an interesting way of doing things, I say.
Yep.
I did notice them that there was a chest there, just didn't see it. As in my character couldn't spot it. Flickering torch illuminates the shape of a troll skeleton propped against the cavern wall. The dark hollows of the creature's eyes could seem to follow you as you move.
Sword first!
Star sapphires are valuable. Enchanted weapon abilities useful. Ability to make +3 weapons on demand. Enough to at least survive fights, so it's a pretty big deal. Except you can't really learn it. We can use it in the scroll form though. What about the corpse? Medium shield +1. Not really useful for anyone, I think. I think it has a chance to protect against missiles. This does not no protection against missile and piercing attacks. For armor class wise it seems similar, but this is vastly superior. What is this? Locket of Embracing. Caster level +1 for clerics and paladins. Can memorize 2 extra first level divine spells. Well, we have one use for it, maybe. More or less we're gonna take more heals. I mean, this is pretty much the only level where I have any healing spells, so yeah, they're very welcome. Right, not a bad place to visit. A little bit of equipment upgrade. We can probably sell the rest of the stuff to get enough money, get closer to the backup holding.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yes!
I think I'll go back to the base, maybe rest up. Minsk is a little bit into bad of shape. And when your only tank is at what? 1/3 of its health, that's pretty bad. I don't really want to drink a billion potion either.
Sword first!
And I'm saving up cash, so I don't want to pay for heals either. Dream.
Books for bones, words for blood. Candlekeep, our home. It wasn't your fault we had to leave, only it was, wasn't it? You were all I had left in the world, and you abandoned me. I've got nothing left now. Nothing. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Please.
I don't understand.
I need you to do it. For me.
Do as she asks. After everything you have done, everything you have put her through, you owe her this.
Yeah, no. Never. Won't happen.
Her end may not come at your hand, but it will come. It cannot be denied.
Yeah, but that's hardly a reason to just stick a dagger in her, is it? Isn't it? So, I'm not sure I get the point of this stream yet.
How do you feel?
You've an interesting way of talking. I mean your language, not your means. My second cousin twice removed could make his posterior talk. Better company than he was.
And we're healed.
I do not understand what thou art trying to say.
See, it's that right there. These and thous and thines. Isn't it easier to use yous and use again and yours?
When one's power comes from incantation, it is a wise witch Lauren who keeps her tongue limber.
Oh! So you do it to retain clarity. Make sure your mouth can form the words and keep your mind sharp. That's what you're saying. Thou art saying?
Perhaps that is the truth. Perhaps I just prefer a more formal affect. Who is to say?
You're not going to tell me one way or the other, are you? Oh, I like thee.
Okay.
Sword first.
Guess it didn't. Did we have a plan? Go north, scout at enemy position, something along those lines.
This is the life, isn't it? Breathing fresh air, meeting new people, some of whom aren't trying to kill us, just adventuring. I love it. Love it.
I admire your enthusiasm.
My enthusiasm is pretty impressive, but don't let it blind you to my other endearing qualities.
Look forward to learning them firsthand. We will be great friends, Glint Gardener's Sonson. Or would you rather I call you Three Eyes?
Please, call me Glint. 3 Eyes sounds more pleasant on your lips than my mother's, but most of my friends call me Glint. The very close ones call me, well, I don't want to brag, Glint Gardener's Sonson. Friends with the hero of Baldur's Gate. Who'd have thought?
Captain. Don't think we need to do anything fancy here. We just throw fireballs at everything that comes our way. See where that gets us.
Ow!
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Let's talk more fight!
I think it was a flask. Fireballs would not have launched so quickly. Uses an oil flask, right?
Doom draws close to thee!
Well, not a bad thing. We got damaged a little bit, but we got more healing out of it than we lost health.
Dominsk is as brawny as they come. He cannot carry everything, and he must make room for boots.
They had decent equipment. Not good by any means, but things that actually have a little bit of value. Arrows of ice, arrows of piercing, arrows of +1ness.
Let's talk more fight!
By demand.
Let's try it this way. We'll send our thief to scout first.
A pleasant enough walk, though I feel solitary so far from civilization's walls.
Just want to pinpoint where the next ambush is gonna be, or group we need to face. It wasn't really much of an ambush. Kahira, refugees. Right. Tahira and Vakiln. Well, guess this is good enough. Wanted to see if there are additional ambushes here or not, and clearly they are not. Tahira on her
I've been
own.
thinking about what will happen when we reach
for fuck's sake.
DragonSpear. I've never served in a coalition before. Alliances bring strength, so long as everyone can get along.
Three armies working together. It won't be easy on the soldiers or anyone.
This life isn't easy for anyone, I know. It was easier, once, when all I had to worry about was myself. A child changes things. I have responsibilities. To Roma, to my father, to the Fist, of course. I've let other people into my life since Roma was born. I don't want to talk about them. My father says you only need one to win the game, but I'm tired of playing games.
This dialogue seems to heavily imply that we're supposed to be having some kind of potentially romantic option with Corwin. I've gotten like a zero impression that she's even remotely interested. So there's nothing, like no chemistry or anything going on between us. So I'm basically more or less just baffled where the hell this is coming from. I'll go with the life is a game because I feel like if I say anything about some kind of a relationship, I'm basically grabbing onto something that isn't there.
For you, perhaps. Some of us can't afford to take everything so lightly. Too much depends on us. Ah, well, I'm rambling now. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's. It could be that the game is basically offering you options to indicate that you would like to be interested in promoting things along with that character, and it could be nothing more than that. So basically it offers you dialogue options to jump on board that particular train.
Yes.
Boareskyr, maybe another companion. Equipment-wise, he looks like a bard or something. Prepare to be meeting your end, puppet of Kalar. Hold, Boareskyr. They do not wear crusade colors. Oh yeah, you are right. Who are you, stranger? Tamir of Baldur's Gate, come to fight Kalar's crusade. I know you well, child of Candlekeep, ward of Orion. He bid me and my husband watch over you. I am Jaira. Yeah. Yeah, forgive me. In the heat of the moment, I didn't recognize you. When you put an end to the Iron Crisis, Khalid and I decided to travel to Bridgeport, thinking it would make for a pleasant respite from Baldur's Gate, and it was, until the Crusade took Boareskyr Bridge. I was trapped outside Bridgeport, Khalid within. Okay. Yeah, let's join up. Together we are more powerful than apart. I shall join you. There's another way into the fort, a magic circle that can teleport a small number out of the fort. If we can find the activation wardstone, we could use the circle to enter Bridgeport as well. Shortly after the crusade arrived, though, the wardstone disappeared, lost in the chaos of getting everyone into the fort. I witnessed a woman in a purple robe near where the wardstone was lost, likely a priest of Cyric. There's a ruined temple of Baal in the area, rumored to have been converted to the worship of Cyric. I'm trying to find it, to see if there is any sign of the Mad God's disciples and their wardstone. It is the slimmest of hopes, but it is a hope. So the gentle Jaira will go at this man's side, and what shall Boareskyr do in the meantime? Forgive me, Timur. This is Boareskyr of Luskan, a bit too lusty, but a worthy fighter. We would have been taken by the crusade were it not for him. Yeah, any friend of Jaira is a friend of mine. I would not call him friend, but he is useful. Boareskyr will fight with you, and after, we will celebrate our victories with wine and song. Mostly wine, yeah? Well, we're clearly not taking them into the group, though. What is that guy even? How the hell can I accept him in the group if I don't even know what the hell he is? Could be a barbarian, I suppose. That's why his appearance would look a little bit different. But usually there are thief classes that look like that. Fighters look a little bit different, and he has a small shield indicating that he might not be able to wield a bit larger shield, again indicating a bard, probably. Or a scold, or whatever it would be in this case. Thing is... Okay, let's do it like this. I don't want you... Yeah, and I don't particularly care for you either. She is not useless by any means. But I feel the rest... Khalid would probably offer the most to this group, and I can't get that without Jaira. So, and Jaira seems to know something about getting access to this place, so yeah. Now they come to complain.
Go ahead. You sure you don't want me with you? The Grand Dukes told me to stay close.
You've dismissed the conqueror of the Nightmare clan from your company? This makes no sense to me.
Okay, how's your armor class? 5. Yeah, that is terrible. Also wrong character. -6. Best in the group. Probably decent grouping of spells too. Yes. Group heal, decent heal. Heal, remove. Yeah, we definitely got a lot of extra healing power. We could go for more offensive approach at this point, but I'll keep the current selection.
You couldn't have made a better choice.
Right.
For the group.
For the group. What weapon are you using? Club +1. Isn't exactly glamorous, but it'll get the job done. The shield is shit too. We can get a +3 shield at this point. You have a +3 shield. But I don't think I can do anything particularly useful here. Okay, things are good enough.
Here comes 300 pounds of justice!
Yes.
Swing and a miss!
Fall! Bleed!
Varlets, prepare for thine end!
Right, there's really no urgency or danger now. But we can tank them in melee a little
Good
bit.
as done.
This is much better for casual playing than having a huge amount of specialists that can't do melee at all. Tahira has a problem though. She does not have a huge amount of points, so either she has an armor class value that's good enough for us to basically ignore the physical attacks, or she's trouble. Refugees.
I'm so tired.
Your pardon, sir. Well met, friend. How can I be of service? We've been on the road days, my lord. I don't know how many. Slarning Kayla and her Slarning Crusaders burned our house, hells, the whole Starling village to the ground. We've been working our way toward Boulder's Gate. I was wondering if ye could tell me how much farther we've got to go. You've ways yet, I'm afraid. Here's 10 pieces of gold. It'll get you a decent meal and a night's shelter at the encampment down the path. Ye have our thanks, sir. Would that we had more to offer ye. I doubt there are enough refugees here that's gonna make a hit to my backup holding attempts. Backup holding savings, rather. How much money do I have? Yeah, we need about 4,000 more. I can probably get part of it if I sell stuff, but I don't want to desperately push for it. It's not gonna really solve all our problems suddenly. Just a nice thing to have. Okay. There shouldn't be any hostiles here. More half of the map is explored. I'll try to locate the place where the Cyric's temple now is located. I want to see what the world map options are. Right, so we have Forest of Worms, Boareskyr Bridge, and the city itself. The Boareskyr Bridge is the same map as the city. Right, so Forest of Worms likely has the temple, unless it's on this map for some reason. I would assume it's in the forest, otherwise why even have a separate forest map there? Has to have something of relevance to the quest we are finding here. Could also have worms. Means a lot of poisoning. Still, a druid is, I think, pretty much immune to poison. I could be thinking about the 3rd edition druid though. Either way, we'll have a lot of anti-venom abilities. Clerics have them. We have a huge amount of potions, so we'll manage. We also have protection scrolls that give long duration immunities to poison. I think around 8 hours, maybe 6 hours. Enough to clear a map anyway. So if we have a tank or two, we can just put it on them and just block. The gargantuan spider is the real threat here. The smaller ones
As
are.
you direct.
And it's a genuine problem. It'll cause the target to fall to sleep. Probably coming after me.
Carefully.
I'm busy right now.
You bet.
I'm busy right now.
Come at me!
Right, not bad.
For the group.
Yes,
For the
yes.
group.
Yep.
Where's the trap?
As you direct.
Wild boars. Never seen those before.
'Tis my will.
Bleed.
Very weak. Okay, there's nothing really special here. We should be able to wrap things in like 10-15 minutes. Maybe a couple of spider groups, things like that. Troll group. Could be trouble. Giant trolls are always trouble.
And
Mm-hmm.
What do you need?
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's pretty much a miss. Might be able to slow them down, that make them easy targets for us. Anything else? Not really anything worth doing.
Done and done.
Bleed.
I not survive.
That's a pretty bad hit.
As good as done.
You want food?
For the group.
Not much of a fight.
Good as done.
Still, I think we could use a little bit of a heal at this point. Simple group heal. Quick. Yeah, it does no good to us. Ah.
As good as done.
Bandits. Oh, there's a toll to pass through here. Give us your gold or we'll take your life. Wait a moment, Stubfell. I've seen this man before. I saw him when I did that job for the Iron Throne. Oh god, it's him. The hero of the gate, Saravok's slayer. I don't want to die like Saravok. Okay, are you actually attacking me or what? The bast, get back here, you whinging faint-heart. Bloody hells, when I catch you, I'm gonna kick you in the head till you're dead. Okay, so bandit just ran away. The snake. Poison snake. Venomous snake. Kill the squirrel. Doesn't seem to want to pick much of a fight with me, so I'll just let it be. Ah, they have an archer. Probably some kind of a shaman too. I'm gonna go with the good old-fashioned fireball solution. I mean, they're orcs, so how many fireballs could they possibly be able to tank?
For the group.
A little bit closer. They have a shaman, which is nice. Well, they had a shaman probably.
Come at me!
Bleed.
For the group.
For the group. Ooh, there was who are you? Looks familiar. Glimmer of Hope. Definitely haven't seen this before. 10% chance per hit of casting Bless centered on the wielder. Plus 1 wisdom. It's a +2 mace. Decent mace. Where's the restriction coming from? It's not usable by your typical classes, I guess. It's better than +1 mace. A proper cleric would get the most out of it. Single specialty arrow. They want to desperately avoid giving you the enough ammunition to that's worthwhile.
Yes.
So every enemy has like a 1 or 2 arrows that are useful, and they usually use it against you during the fight, so you'll never see them.
As good as done.
Should be at least one good fight there. It looks like it's a hill of some sort. Be that we have to take it. Bear is probably gonna turn hostile. Nope. Ogres. It's an ogre mage somewhere. I'll try emotional hopelessness against this bunch. There's the fucking mage. I can't see it. No, it's there. I just get into a position to attack it once I see it. No. We can do this. No, we can't. It's some food. There it is. We can disable his
you bet.
illusions. And now he can't do anything anymore.
Damn.
Who the hell is hitting me? Oh, it's the Berserker. Not much I can do about it. Hasted Berserker.
For the fallen!
What is it now?
I hear.
Might be regenerating. Well, they're not gonna do a goddamn thing anymore.
Go for the ice boom.
You must show
Go for the
respect to me.
ice.
For the group.
For the group. I think we were supposed to meet some half-orc mercenaries. I was thinking for a moment that these might be me, but half-ogres.
Nature's servant awaits.
Right, a lot of good-looking potions. Dimension door. No, none of you can learn this. Ah, it's a knock spell. Yeah, not exactly Dimension Door. Could be useful still in a situation later on. Might as well start spreading these antidotes around a little bit. They're somewhat useful here already, but in Wyvern Forest their usefulness could drastically increase. I mean, spider venom here it's a status effect more or less. Wyvern venom would do a lot of damage. Layers of moss tell you this pile of chisel stone were placed here some time ago, likely the first step in constructing some building that never came to fruition. Yeah, that's sort of what I thought. It'll look like something a little bit special. This won't work on trolls, nothing enchantment related works on trolls.
A wizard's might!
For the fallen!
Swing and a miss!
Damn.
Bleed!
Fistfuls of flaming finality!
For the group.
Ah.
For the group.
For the group. Right, there could be that has to be the half orcs. That's pretty much the last thing that's available. Ooh, displacer beasts. They're teleporting panthers, I guess, more or less.
Thy called.
Damn.
I think they're also fairly tough to hit. Okay, is there anything I could possibly do? The emotion might work out then.
Yes.
Not anything else we can do really does. We got one of them. Might as well kill it now when it's easy. Okay,
Such a flock
not a bad
of
fight.
foliage flourishes around us.
For the group.
Oh fuck, spectral trolls. 3 of them! And we are tired, so our attacks are weak. Everything we do now doesn't really work all that well. Shit.
As you direct.
Sword! Lead!
This will not work. I must try a different
siren
tech.
of
Thy
sleep.
demand.
Normal
Seems to
weaponry
be.
will not work. I have magical weaponry. For the most part we do. Anything else I could realistically do here? I don't think so. Nothing that would make too big of a difference at least. And as long as we're weakened, we can't really haste or anything like that. Yeah, I think we're have what we have. I might be able to weaken them a little bit, but that's about it. I think it would make that much of a difference.
You bet! Destruction!
Yes,
Ruin!
O omnipresent
Mayhem!
authority.
What the hell is going on?
Suffer the wrath of the arcane. Magic does not nest well in a tired mind.
I'm having big troubles to get these in.
Who cannot stop yawning and is making it? Yawn too. Perhaps we
Rest
could
when we can. Fight when we must.
Yeah, the weakness is actually pretty big deal.
swing and a miss. You're already dead. Swing and a miss. You're already dead.
Still, we don't need all that many hits. A couple of hits in and they'll go down.
So you say.
With bleed! My insides are becoming my outsides!
Bleed.
Oh yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort. Ah. Still, we killed it, and there isn't really anything really left here anymore. Probably the
As you
worst
direct.
fight of the entire area, in fact. Not because of the opposition, really, just because we were in weakened state, so we couldn't hit shit. I'll head back to Lord Base, rest, leave things at that. Look like we can do anything more than that. These are the half-orcs, I assume. There's only like 3 of them. How big of a threat could they possibly be? Still, we might as well talk to them and ask what the hell is going on with them. Why are they joining?
What you looking at?
Tell me, friend, what brings your band here? I got better things to do than talk to some flouncing elf. Get gone. Yeah, I'd like to know the people I'm working with. And us being half-orcs got nothing to do with it, right? Tell me another one. I'm here to bash Crusaders, same as everyone else. You wanna know more about me? Tough. Now get lost, I got work to do. There must be some way I can convince you to trust me. Bring me a frosty mug of ale and we'll see. There's no booze here, not that anyone's sharing with us anyway, but I bet the Crusaders got some. Okay.
What you want?
Yeah.
What you want?
Unless it's time for battle, leave me alone. Yeah, I'll ask the same questions from him. Right, so if we get some booze, they might talk. I think it's worth doing. It's not like it requires anything extra out of us. Just something extra to keep an eye on all.
I've just
A
about
little bit
seen
of
enough
booze.
waking our slave driver.
Yeah, I'd like to rest too. I might as well rest another 8 hours, it'll automatically heal.
Does your droning dither ever dim?
Come on,
I'll
you
leave
can do
things
better
here.
than that.
What I want to know
call that
first
an
though is
insult
what
to
exactly
insult
is
insults.
war kill.
Speak.
So,
How can the Lion of Luskan be of service to you at this time?
This group shows promise. Extraordinary.
it's a Skald, so basically a bard. It's a good bard though. I think it's the one that buffs the group immensely. Yeah, +1 bonus to hit and damage rolls, and it improves with levels. No, +1 bonus to hit and damage rolls for him, but the first level song is +2 to hit and damage rolls and +2 to armor class, and that's basically as good as he's gonna get. But +2 bonus to hit, damage, and armor class is a massive bonus, and just for basically being around with the other guys in the group. Great stats too, so he could be used in a combat role. Might be a reasonable way to actually replace one of the mages. But he will work only well if we have a lot of physical combat characters. I don't think he would contribute too much to this, but yeah, add Khalid to this. But who would we kick out? My initial thought was maybe kick one of the, well, basically the Dark Elf, kick him out. But now I don't know. Add this and a fighter, and we have a lot of physical combat capability that would really take advantage of these extra bonuses. I don't know.